What's up guys, this is the Honest Outlaw here, and this is going to be the first of many First Shots videos this month. For you patron supporters, you guys know the lineup already, but I have like 5 or 6 new guns that you guys really asked for me to review. And the first one is going to be the IWI Masada here. Now this was a highly requested gun, one of the top 3, so I figured it would be one of the first ones I do. And it comes right from the factory with an RMR pre-installed and the large backstrap. No, it doesn't. But it does come with the RMR plates. It does come with Delta Point, and you can just run it with iron sights if you want to. That's one of the advantages of the Masada. Another advantage that you're going to get with this gun that I've noticed so far, I haven't shot it yet, you're going to be with me when I shoot it for the first time, is going to be the trigger is a 5.5 pound striker fired trigger. However, unlike Glock, this actually is 5.5 pounds, even a little bit lighter than that in fact. I would say it's probably maybe closer to 4 or 3 pounds. This might be, other than maybe the PPQ, or maybe even on par with the PPQ, this might be one of the best triggers I've at least dry fired out of a polymer gun. So that's pretty awesome. It has full Ambi controls, which is pretty awesome as well. Magazine release on the left side. For all you guys out there, if you don't like the paddle release of the PPQ or VP9 and you want an American style mag release but you want to have it ambidextrous, that's pretty sweet. It's got a full pick rail underneath the bottom instead of an accessory rail. It's got front slide serrations, which is pretty awesome. The slide is extremely easy to rack, which is pretty impressive. It's got 3 back straps, unlike the stupid straps. This actually envelops all the way around the grip. One of the better designs I've seen. The only thing I think is better than that is going to be the VP9. The magazines have really good base plates on them as well, 17+1 with a 4-inch barrel. Think Glock 45 G19X, something like that. That's kind of the popular size for a tactical duty gun, which this is intended for. And the base plates are really nice, so if you get them stuck in there, you can rip them out if you want to. Much better design than the Glock that they had earlier that was so bad they actually got rid of it. So there's a lot of features to this gun I'm super excited about. The best one though is that unlike a lot of the polymer frame striker fired pistols that have come out recently, this comes out from a company that I personally really like. I have never had a bad product from IWI. IWI makes like the Tavor, the Israeli Defense Group. They make the Tavor, they make the Tavor 7, they make all kinds of really bomb-proof designs specifically for military use, and they are making this one. Now this gun was supposed to come out I think 2 years ago, or it got advertised 2 years ago, and they have been basically doing R&D and testing and all kinds of stuff on this since then, and it recently came out this year. The viewer that actually sent me this, thank you for that. It comes out at a very low MSRP, around $400, and I found them for sale for almost as low as $350, which is crazy low for a gun that has features like this. And this is another one of those guns that I've been talking about. You know, I did that Glock video recently where you got the M&P 2.0, you have the 509 series of guns from FN, and now you have stuff like this where you have guns like this that come out with all these features already. Now Glock's big advantage in the marketplace has been that you can customize it to whoever you want, and you can get all these cool features aftermarket. But now gun companies like IWI and CZ and FN and Smith & Wesson have come out with guns that have all this stuff in the factory you don't have to do anything to. And I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with this gun so far, just feeling it, but we're gonna have to A, sight in the red dot, and then B, shoot it for you a little bit, put a couple hundred rounds through it today, and let you know what I think of it overall, and then we'll do a 1,000-round test. Now the viewer that actually sent this actually sent it with a holster as well, that is gonna have an X300, a weapon light holster. So I'm not gonna do that for the first video, but I will be doing some testing with the X300 to see about the reliability with a weapon light. Some guns, including Glocks, can have reliability issues if you hang a large weapon light off the bottom of it. So we'll try that, because this is meant for duty use. We're going to shoot it with gloves, see how that goes with gloves, and we're going to be predominantly using the RMR because, again, that's a huge advantage of this design and many other designs that have come out, even the Glock MOS system, that it's going to have plates that you can use the Delta Point, the Vortex, the RMR, and whatever you want. Now, the downside to this gun being so cheap is that instead of metal plates, it actually comes with plastic or polymer plates, and I was really worried about having some flex and having some zero issues there until I put it on there and realized how unbelievably tight and secure it is. It clips into place, and then the RMR also clipped into place with a very audible sound, and I could barely even move it before I put the screws in. So not as worried as I once was. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this guy on paper and zero the red dot. And I actually had a couple of questions about that earlier. So I just wanted to state, no, I don't shoot the red dot off the iron sights. A lot of people say that, line it up with the iron sights. I don't actually do that. I've got a lot of reps behind handguns, and I just use the red dot like you would use a rifle. And I know a rifle is easier because you have that point of contact and that point of focus on the stock. However, I have so many reps with a handgun that it's not really hard for me just to center the dot inside the optic and just shoot from there. And even then, RMRs and stuff are really forgiving. So even though you have like the dot on the side of the optic, but you can still see the dot, if you pull the trigger, it's still gonna hit there. And before I put this on paper, I just want to say thanks to my Patreon supporters. Really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you want to become a supporter, all you gotta do is go down in the link in the description, and you'll have access to all the stuff I put on there, whether it be Patreon only content or whether I ask you questions about what's coming up for review, because the Patreon supporters pretty much pay for most of the guns on the channel. So you guys get at least an option to help me decide which guns are going to be on the channel. So I really appreciate that. And I also want to mention my Amazon links and stuff like that down below. If you want to see that stuff, check it out. And the local homeless shelter link is down below in the description also. All right.
Well, that is a
that doesn't suck.
pretty good group right there.
Yeah, so just a little bit low and we'll be off to the races.
Jeez Louise.
So we got it zeroed in, only took 6 shots. And threw on the gloves here. I wanted to try it with gloves.
What kind of gloves are they?
Pig gloves by SKD. I should say that in like every video I wear these gloves because everybody always asks me what they are.
Also, you can find them on your Amazon links, right?
Oh, you just threw that one in there, didn't you? All right.
Well, now you're just showing off.
Try to get used to that trigger a little bit. We'll just try to do some double taps.
Double tap it.
One single tap. I've been loading these magazines to 15. When I started up a new gun, I try to download them just a little bit. It's like an old habit from using an AR-15, I guess. I'm starting to figure out what I don't like about the trigger, and it's the fact that it doesn't have a real positive reset. And what I mean by that is when I pull the trigger, a lot of guns, which I really like, push your finger out. This one is kind of a laggy, slow reset on it. And the reset really is, the trigger reset, it really is what helps you go fast. Like low bore axis, all that stuff helps, you know, weight down below, less weight up top, all that stuff helps, but you can't outrun the trigger, right? So as fast as the trigger can go in and go out, that's as fast as you can shoot. That's why 2011s are so fast. So it goes in nice, but then it has a long time to come out, and then it actually has take up to come back. And it reminds me of a trigger, maybe the Steyr. I can't really think off the top of my head, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with rapid strings of fire, so we're gonna go test that real quick.
Okay.
We'll go here at about 10 yards or so. All right, we're gonna shoot it at 50 yards here. Now, a couple things to note about the IWI. So far, I really like the gun. It's got the Ambi controls, got the gas pedal, slide release works really well. The trigger is good. I wouldn't say it's awesome. It's good for accuracy, I think. But as far as for speed shooting, it is not the best because the reset is a little bit slow. However, I think at 50 yards, this thing's gonna shine, especially with the RMR. The other con I've noticed so far, the slide heats up quite a bit. In my opinion, significantly more than any other gun or any handgun I've tried. I've only had about 150 rounds through it over about the last 20 minutes or so. And the slide is so hot, it's actually hard to operate. And it's not just the front either, the back is actually pretty hot as well. Now that's a problem for me because I like front slide serrations when I have an RMR gun because I like to do that over the top, work the slide. But without gloves, you're not gonna be doing that on this gun past a couple mags or so. So if you're using this for a duty gun, that's something to consider because you don't wanna be banging on the optic, your primary optic you're using, if you don't absolutely have to. More likely you're gonna come back like this or you're gonna come over the top.
Hold on, I have to sneeze.
That was super cute.
Okay.
All right. Shooting real close to that bag. I want to hit my own bag. And we'll try to go over the top of it here. There we go, we got her. Oh, no lock back on the slide. And I'm flinching like a mother. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can hit a real small one. Yeah, there we go. 6-inch plate at 50 yards. I missed the second time though. Got her the third time. Oh, out. Slide's not locking back. That could be because I'm riding it. Look how big and nice these are. Of course I'm going to be riding it. You know, people always talk about that. The reality is if you're going to load this gun, it's a striker fired gun anyway, you're probably going to hit it, come over the top. So even if your slide doesn't lock, no big deal. My big ass thumbs keep the slide from locking on just about 50% of the guns I shoot. So it's not a big deal. I like everything about it. I don't love the trigger reset. I don't love that the slide heats up, but that's the only con. And for a $350 gun, it ran absolutely everything I put through it. It was extremely accurate. I hit 2 out of 3 on those pepper poppers there at 50 yards, which is really, really good for a polymer gun. And the ergonomics so far are really good. No Glock knuckle to worry about. Grip feels great. If this were my gun, I'd silicone carbide this or put Talon grips on it in a heartbeat. But it's not my gun, so I won't be doing that. I will be testing it with the weapon light, check the reliability there. But so far, reliability, accuracy, amazing. Ergonomics, pretty good. Comes with the red dot mounting system for 350 bucks. Hard to beat this, especially from a company with like IWI that will back their warranties and things like that, as opposed to some other companies. So I like it so far. It comes from a reputable company, really cheap. I can't wait to put 1,000 rounds for this and give you guys the full review. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.